Welcome back to Sports for Dorks. My name's Adam.
I'm Brody.
And I'm Brayson.
Yes, sir. Today we are going to be talking about the divisional round for NFL football. We got a little bit to talk about, especially as a Lions fan. I'm going to go on a bit of a rant, but that's for later. But we're going to do that. We're going to have this or that, as well as who's on me. Adam, edit that stuff. Cool beans. But realistically, with all that's happening in the divisional round, it being only 4 games, we want to give you a decent synopsis on each game, at least from our perspectives. We have a Bills fan, we have a Lions fan, a Browns fan.
Go Browns.
Which, you know, unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're going to start off as they go, as they're going to be played through Saturday and Sunday. The Texans versus Chiefs.
First game up.
Yep. What do you guys think? Like, do they have a chance against the Black Witch Voodoo Magic? Or, like, honestly?
Arrowhead being the toughest play to play. I just don't see the Texans going into Arrowhead and beating Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. But,
Yeah.
I mean, we also didn't see him beating the Chargers, and they pulled that out. So I'm not going to count them out, but I'd say it's very unlikely.
I agree. I feel like the only thing that the Texans could potentially hang their hat on is their defense really showing us.
Which is surprising because beginning of the year you wouldn't have thought that. You would have thought that like
Just
that
CJ
offense.
Stroud
I mean, but with the injuries to Diggs, Tank Dell,
And that sophomore slump just so heavy on him right now.
Yeah.
But they truly made Justin Herbert into Mr. If. Like, if he had weapons, if he had this, like...
Had more interceptions
Exactly.
in the one game than he had all season.
Yeah, that really... I mean, it can be just one game. It can.
Mm-hmm.
But as a franchise, as a person that follows the Chargers a lot, it scares the shit out of me. Just because he's perfect during the regular season, and as soon as he gets to the playoffs, goose egg. Like, it worries the hell out of me. I don't think, on the situation of the Texans and the Chiefs, I don't think they can overcome the Taylor Swift Black Juju magic. Like, I think
their offensive line is just gonna get destroyed by that defense. Chris Jones is probably gonna have a day.
Yeah,
I think they'll figure out how to stop Nico Collins. That's kind of the only outside weapon.
You're gonna see a lot of Dalton Schultz. a lot of 10-yard ends.
Ideal for the Texans.
Yeah, I think the only way the Texans can win, genuinely, is Joe Mixon going off. I think a lot of outside runs, a lot of screen passes. Joe Mixon getting 150 all-purpose yards is the only chance they have. Because they can shut down Nico. I'm not worried about Nico going off against that Chiefs defense.
Yeah.
But their linebacker core is not... I mean, it's good. It's great. But pass coverage is where they struggle. They're good against the run. So if you're able to get Texas routes and split screens across, maybe.
Yeah, maybe get Mixon in some space.
Yeah.
I mean, Stroud just really the only way they pull that game out is if he manages the game perfectly.
Yeah.
Clock management,
Yeah.
gets third down conversions, keeps that clock running.
And my only worry, especially with Stroud, is because of the sophomore slump. Hell, I had him in fantasy. Like, it was starting a goose egg every year, and it sucked.
For sure.
But I don't know. It's the Ohio State in us that's like, oh, CJ's going to pull it out.
Right.
But I don't know. I think we all agree Chiefs are going to take that.
Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, too much to overcome.
Taylor Swift, it is a hard thing. Well, we need it for the thumbnail, but like Taylor Swift, and we got 80 more viewers immediately. Dude, having an army of white chicks is insane. Next up is Detroit and
Commanders.
The night game.
God. So I don't know who I'm going to pick in this one. I am clueless. No idea. Lions
Commanders.
No. Lions by 40, belt to ass, run it up. I want high impact, get it to J-Mo, get it to Amon-Ra in the short game, give fucking Jameer 30 carries. I know Monty's coming back, but there is no way he's not coming back to full load. Pause. We're gonna keep riding the coattails of Gibbs' great games.
But he's just a beast.
So I don't want Monty to touch the ball till the next game.
Yeah.
Genuinely, with how skeptical everyone was around his leg, just don't
Yeah.
even put it into question.
I don't even think they need to use Monty, to be honest.
No, unless it's needed. I wouldn't be surprised if the first drive they put Monty out there just to see where the defense is, and then they adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've watched a good amount of Commanders games. Like
They can really kind of beat anyone.
they can.
Yeah.
That's the really shitty part.
Yeah.
As a Lions fan, that's what I'm scared of. Is having that one chance of like, oh shit, we're gonna get a first round bye just to lose to like.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
first round bye does hurt teams sometimes.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, this first game, knocking the rust off, really getting back into it.
It's gonna be rough, and I'm excited. Of course, like Saturday is gonna be a huge day for me, but like I don't know, I'm having like 7 to 10 people over who are gonna watch the game, and if I'm the only Lions fan there and we lose, I'm going to
Let's see.
crash out. Okay, it's going to ruin my entire weekend. But you know that's what sports does to you.
I could see it being a blowout. I could see the Lions blowing them out, or the Commanders keep it close. But either way, I don't see the Commanders beating the Lions.
Yeah, it
to be
would.
honest. It'd take a miracle.
JD5 would really need to
Yes.
show that he's.
I
just
will
that
say the
guy.
only thing we genuinely struggle with is mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah.
We've seen it against Lamar. We've seen it against even Caleb Williams. He has a heyday.
Josh
in the
Allen.
Josh Allen had a
Need a fast spy on Jaden and.
Yep. If we put Anzalone in the middle and have him follow him the whole game,
Yeah.
pieces. But I don't know. I think Lions by 12. I think the over under 9.5 right now. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna go by 12. That's my give or take.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think it's going to be close. I would say.
I said,
10.
yeah, Lions,
Lions by 10.
by a score. By 7 to 10.
They're gonna win by
I
at least
actually
1 to
think-
40.
I do think it could be a close game.
Yeah,
I really do.
I got you.
But that home field is also going to be jumping. They're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be ready for some
Dude.
playoffs in Detroit.
Yeah, I'm drinking the black coffee, just like Dan ordered. That's all we want. 3 large black coffees every morning. Pack of Skull in the bottom lip. Pack of Copenhagen in the top lip.
Scary guy.
He's a dude. Those teeth are. Ooh.
But you know what? Sean McDermott said he'd beat him in a wrestling match. So
He did
No.
beat him, or he would
he said
beat
he
him?
would.
Sean McDermott said that.
Yep.
100 pounds soaking wet. Sean McDermott said
About
that.
180.
180 soaking wet and bricks in all 4 pockets.
Sean
All right,
McDermott.
they need to live stream that wrestling.
Yeah,
Oh,
match.
dude.
So,
Dude, I want to put them in a cage, and I'm gonna give Dan is like 2 shots of espresso and smelling salts, and have him run at him.
Oh,
That'd be
that would
awesome.
be a spectacle for sure.
Dude, I would watch that over the Tyson Paul fight. 110%, dude.
Easy.
That would be a massacre. But yeah, everybody on the Lions.
Yeah.
I'll
I think we're all in Lions.
I'm almost positive my computer just. Oh, it's alive. Beautiful. Next up is the Rams Eagles. Yeah,
Yep,
Rams
in
Eagles.
Philly.
In Philly. Oh, I hate counting out Stafford. We did it last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't.
I do think the Rams could also win this, but
I honestly like the Rams in this.
I'm also with the Rams. It might be the Stafford
Yeah.
bias, as previous Lion, the greatest Lions quarterback to ever grace the Ford Field, but I don't know, man.
I mean, I could see the Rams taking on the Lions in the NFC Championship, and I think that'd be a hell
what
of
a
game.
story that would be.
Yeah.
But we already saw them play earlier in the year, and that was the game that Saquon had 250 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
Are we just going to get a repeat of that?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I
mean, maybe not to that degree, but
I think Sean
It's-
McVay is going to have a good game plan. I don't think
for sure.
I don't
the
think
coaching.
I just hope that if, like, similar to how the Texans and the Chiefs are, the only way the Rams can truly win is clock management. That's what they
Yeah.
have to do.
Yeah,
Because if you give the opportunity to Nick Sirianni to clock manage with Saquon and all the weapons, they can chew the hell out of that.
They'll
clock.
run it 20 times in a row, and
Yes.
they won't.
Yeah, line of scrimmage, controlling the line of scrimmage is going to be a
It's gonna
big.
be
Whoever
huge.
controls the line of scrimmage is going to win that game for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm. So
Force Jalen Hurts to beat you is really
Yeah.
the formula.
yeah,
Turnover battle.
I expect a lot of. I don't see that game being a huge scoring game. I see a lot of butting heads like in the trenches. Personally, I think Rams by 3. Rams by 3 is my line.
Yeah, I like the Rams by 3 as well. I think it's going to be close. I don't see the Rams blowing out the Eagles. So, yeah, I think.
Yeah, I got Eagles by 10. I really do just think that defense has been on another level.
Yep.
We just saw what they did to the Packers. The Packers have been rolling, and
Yeah.
they just shut them down.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be 24-27 Rams. That's
Yeah.
my. It's gonna be a score dominant. It's gonna be 26-29. We're never gonna, but just because that's how predictions work. And then finally the Monday night game, the Sunday night game, Bills Ravens.
I think we all agree this is the best game on the slate.
Oh, yeah.
For
It
sure.
This could be the game of the playoffs easily. I mean, you got the MVPs going up against each other.
This is actually the second time in NFL history that what we predict will be the top 2 MVP finishers playing against each other in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be electric.
Yeah,
It is.
I'm excited.
I genuinely think whoever wins this game has a really good chance of winning the Super Bowl.
For sure.
Not counting out anybody in the NFC, but I just think these two teams are so well-rounded, complete on both sides of the football. I mean, the Bills, their defense has a bunch of no-names, but their game plan, they always just come in.
Yeah, very well coached.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my side to this, I want the Bills to win. I do. I truly want the Bills to win. But
Because you're more scared of the Ravens.
no, the Ravens have a better chance of beating the Chiefs. And that period, the Bills already beat them this year, yes.
Yeah.
But in the conference finals, I would rather have the Ravens face the Chiefs, just because of the amount of star power on that team. Like, that offense is stacked. That defensive line is crazy. Like, it is situationally. I don't care if the Lions go to the Super Bowl. I don't care if we win. Of course, I want it. All I really need is the Chiefs not to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I think that's
we're
what everybody's.
We're due.
all in agreement there. I think the Ravens and Bills both could either of them could beat the Chiefs. Honestly,
Yeah.
I just it bugs the crap out of me, but I think it, especially with the Bills and the Ravens, I'm taking the Ravens by 6. And I only say that because I think that with Josh Allen playing his heart out and James Cook being an absolute stud, that's the only thing they have on offense that's consistent. And the Ravens have made Rashad Bateman into a star this year. They've had Zay Flowers come out of the woodworks and be an absolute dog. They have 2 tight ends that can easily get 6 catches for 80 yards. A top 3 running back in the league. And a MVP, a quarterback.
Yeah,
2-time MVP.
It's going to be
at
an
the
awesome
moment.
game, but I think I'm going to take the Bills by 10.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll take the Ravens by 7. I think we really just saw it against the Steelers. Like, they really do not care if Lamar and Henry have 40 carries.
Yeah.
They're going to run that option, and if they can just... The Bills' defense is really going to have to
They're going to have to
show
step up.
Yep.
That
For sure.
their biggest thing that they need to do, and I preface this because Henry doesn't fumble and Lamar doesn't throw picks. So the only thing they can do is get them to punt. That's the only thing they can really do. So all they need to do for that is to shut down the run and play inside zone. So like keeping the linebackers close, not letting anything 5 yards in the middle. Like that's what they need to do. Don't allow any short plays. If they beat you over the top, yeah, that sucks. But they're going to score anyway if you let them dink and dunk all the way down the field.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where Lamar, with as much pressure in the world, is not going to make a mistake. So you got it.
It is going to be cold though, and cold is always a factor.
But
And-
they are in They're used to being in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore's cold as shit.
Not
too.
as...
It's
Buffalo,
It's
not Buffalo, but
Buffalo's
it's
a
cold.
different
It's
culture up there. Dude.
yeah.
It's-
Bills Mafia is the scariest thing I've ever seen. I once saw a Bills fan outside of the stadium with a helmet on, headbutt his friend, and then jump through 2 tables that were stacked up.
And it was
It's like
probably
a
like
normal
on
occurrence.
fire too.
Yeah.
That's just
It wasn't even. It wasn't even tailgating. It was a Tuesday. Like it was the craziest thing.
It's just the pre-work routine.
Yeah.
for them.
It's like, gotta clock into the factory.
I do think a wrinkle though, and you mentioned Zay Flowers. I don't think he's expected to play though. So, yeah, he had that knee
does
injury.
change
He
things.
is not expected to play, but. And you mentioned Lamar not really turning the ball over. Josh also hasn't really turned the ball over.
No.
I think that whoever between those quarterbacks does turn the ball over, if it happens, that could be a really
So
big
you
deciding.
think the winning factors like the turnover differential?
The turnover
I
battle
do.
is going to be it.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to say I think it's going to be, if we're going to get turnovers, it's going to be from fumbles from young guys. I think Keon Coleman's going to make mistakes. I think Bateman's going to make mistakes. But it just depends situationally. Like I think I'm not going to call a wide receiver bubble screen interception because I think that's the only situation. But if that happens, just know I said that on the podcast. I'm not saying to who, not saying who threw it, but if that happens, you owe me a PS5. I need it.
Shout
All
out
right.
to Zach.
Yeah, one of the Bills
Shout out Zach.
one of the Bills pass catchers is definitely going to have to
Step up.
have a big game. I think potentially Coop.
I want it to be
He
Coop.
might just be washed.
I
Sadly,
think if it's
but
anybody,
I
it's
don't
going to be
know.
Shakir. Shakir is just one of the best
Oh,
after
Shakir's
the
been
catch,
so
one of the best rack
consistent.
catchers
So
in the league this year.
Like, I think Josh has noticed that with each receiver that he has on that team, they're almost perfect at one thing when it comes to receiving. Like, if you need run after catch, I'm pretty sure Shakir has the yak this year.
he was second in yak to Jamar, but
Who-
Jamar had 800 more total. So,
Exactly.
I mean, that's
So
very
if you
impressive,
need 5 yards in to go to 20, that's your guy.
for sure.
And you have Dalton Kincaid. He is a Swiss Army knife on that
Yeah.
offense.
He could be a matchup nightmare for linebackers to cover.
And having Dawson Knox, I hate the Dawson Knox slander. He is phenomenal.
He is.
As
He
a
really
tight
is.
end 2, he's 15 other teams tight end 1, and he's a tight end 2 on that team.
And he accepted that role, he's,
Yeah.
but he's always gonna be Josh's guy if he were to
Safety valve.
need
Yeah.
it. They just have that chemistry.
Yeah.
It's a crazy game. Remember the Thanksgiving game? Was it 2 or 3 touchdowns that Dawson Knox got?
He might have
I think it
two.
was two.
I know on fantasy he had a crazy game. I remember that. But last thing I wanted to add is I think with both teams having awesome tight ends, both teams having young wide receivers and awesome running backs, mobile quarterbacks, this is the two most electric offenses we're going to see. It truly, undoubtedly comes down to the turnover battle, and it comes down to what defense steps up whenever clock management becomes such a hard thing. Because you notice the teams that are in the playoffs now are the people that control the clock the best.
Yeah.
You see those stats that pop off. If the scores were reversed by
One score.
one score games, the teams that are really, really good right now are low on that list. Most of them aren't even in the playoffs because they're so good at clock management whenever they're up. And
Correct. I mean, we kind of just, and not that we really thought the Broncos were going to give the Bills much of a game, but wasn't the time of possession in that game 40 minutes for the Bills,
We
20?
had probably over 10 to 15 third down conversions.
I went back to that game every 7-8 minutes, and I don't think I saw a single snap to Bo Nix's hands.
Yeah.
Now, off the basis of the Ravens-Bills game, we're going to move on to a segment that was in the first episode, This or That. Oh, sorry, This or That. It's going to be sweet. What are you doing? Do you want, sparkles?
This or that. Or this.
They can't
or
see.
that.
Yeah, I was going to say they
Sparkles or
fireworks. Oh god, I got so much to do. Okay, we're gonna play This or That. It can be a career, it can be whatever. All it is us saying something and them choosing, or you choosing at home. You can put it in the comments and have fun with that. This or That. The career of Ichiro Suzuki or James Worthy.
You love Ichiro Suzuki.
I love Ichiro Suzuki. If that wasn't warranted in the first episode, I love Ichiro Suzuki.
I think this is a no-brainer for
I
me.
mean,
I'm taking James the Plane.
how many championships did he win again?
6,
Uh,
5,
5, yeah.
a lot,
4 or 5.
Yeah.
good amount.
Suzuki, no rings, but I mean, man, he's
Hall of
a
Famer.
legend.
Yeah.
He's an absolute legend. Factoid: after he hit a 300 batting average in his career, he never dipped below that ever.
How far into his career did he do that?
He got his 3rd hit on his 10th at bat, and he never got lower than a career 300 batting average from there.
pretty
And
normal. It's pretty
That's
good.
pretty good, Ichiro Suzuki.
Yeah, if you're watching this, Ichiro,
yeah,
Big fan right here. He'll take an autograph.
big Ichiro
I don't
guy.
want an autograph. I just want a 20-minute conversation on how to be the best baseball player from Japan. He's from Japan, right? China?
Why
Singapore?
do you want that?
Well, you never ever seen like that meme? It was like $1 million or a conversation with Jay-Z?
You're taking the conversation?
With Ichiro, yeah.
He would have told you to take the money.
Dude, he was like, dude, I sent that jersey to a kid. Like, what are you doing? Okay, see,
I'm gonna go Ichiro.
Ichiro? Sam?
I'm taking James.
Okay.
Really good one though.
Yeah. All right, what do you got?
All right, I'll go with kind of a classic one, but a really
Jordan
good
or
NFL
LeBron?
one. No, Julio and Antonio Brown.
Peak or career?
Career. Kind of had this peaks at similar times. Well, pretty much at similar times.
Because of how Antonio's ended, I'm taking Julio. And the reason I say that is because Julio was just laced with injuries.
Yeah, that hamstring.
The hamstring was just like it's made of
So
like
sad.
bubble gum,
Yeah.
string, and your 3-year-old niece's hand drawn painting. Like that is all that is there. And with Antonio Brown, CTE runs deep. Like
The Vontaze Perfect hit.
it just destroyed him. It destroyed him. I if you saw that interview, it almost brought me to tears. Like he was talking to this kid, and this kid was like, what was your favorite moment of your NFL career? Like, what do you remember as your favorite moment?" He said, "I don't remember a thing from his entire career."
That is crazy.
Like, he might be capping because, like, you know, he loves to lie.
Yeah.
But if that's true, that's the saddest shit I've ever heard in my entire life.
For sure.
But I'm taking I'm taking Julio, just because he has a Super Bowl appearance. He practically the same stats. AB was insane. I'm not taking it away. Taking Julio. What about you?
I'm probably taking AB. I mean, his career in Pittsburgh was just unreal.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But-
his peak was.
And then he got to go play with Tom Brady and win another ring. So
Yeah, won a ring actually. Which
Yeah, that is true.
Kind of but he was actually good.
Yeah.
Really good for them.
did he get that ring, or
He was on Tampa, yeah.
but didn't he quit, or was that the year after?
That was the year after. No,
Okay.
he was. Yeah, I think he
remember if
caught
it
a
was that year.
touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That was when they beat the Chiefs.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course he got the crazy CTE, crashed out. Now his Twitter page is electric.
Yeah,
I'd
it
love to
is,
go
it
look at
is.
his Twitter page.
Hashtag
Nominate us for Cracker of the Year, AB.
hey,
Please.
crackers of the year. Put that shit on. Isn't that right? How you do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What do you got?
Let's see.
I'm so white. Shit. I'm just now realizing. 24 years in. At least I figured it out now. Imagine I'm like 60.
All right,
What are you saying?
I got one right here.
Alright.
John Stockton
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
or Steph Curry.
It's
Okay.
Steph,
It's-
and I'm not sure if it's close.
It's-
Unfortunately.
Why'd you have to put me in this position, dude? For those who don't
I just
know,
want to see how big of a John Stockton
I'm
fan
a
you
massive
are.
John Stockton fan. Him and Pistol Pete are some of my favorite like stories, and just a immensely impressive and storied career John Stockton has.
Mhm.
It's Steph Curry because he ruined about 70% of the NBA for the next 30 years. Because kids grew up in our generation watching Steph Curry play and thought, I can shoot it from 45. You can't because you're not Steph Curry.
Yeah.
And you have the players that do, and you have your Trey Youngs and your LaMelo Balls that can.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive. That's great. But those are two people in the NBA in the last 10 years that can do that. Of the thousands of kids, hundreds of thousands of kids in 5th grade slinging it because they had no upper body strength, thinking I'm going to be the next Steph Curry because I'm undersized, I'm skinny, and my dad's a famous 6-man. Like, it's just not going to happen. If you imagine Ginobili's kid.
Ginobili's kid.
That's me. That's my father.
Papa knows.
Yeah, I just asked that question because I wanted to see if you would take John Stockton.
I will gladly have a full conversation about how great John Stockton is. Just not today. Not against Steph Curry. Same with Magic Johnson. I'm not going against Magic Johnson.
Okay.
Now, and the third point guard, like, best point guard ever, I put John Stockton. You can have opinions everywhere else. That's great. John Stockton is the third best point guard of all time.
Okay.
My next one.
It's a take.
It is a take
That is the take.
of the all-timers.
It's about to be the take of Alzheimer's. I'm about to fall apart, dude. About to crash out. Okay. My next take is, which career would you rather have? Michael Vick or Kurt Warner? Yeah. That's a hard one. You really gonna put up a beating dogs? Come on, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to take Michael Vick. Not because of that.
That's a really good segue into the pick right there.
When you think of like all-time quarterbacks, you can't not mention Michael Vick.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the most
He revolutionized
the dual
the
threat.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
And a lot of people probably don't even know who Kurt Warner is, but everybody knows who Michael Vick is.
Yeah.
Technically, Warren Moon revolutionized dual threat, but carry on.
But Vic made
Johnson.
it
Yeah.
popular.
No, Vic brought it to
way
life.
better.
Yeah, dude. If you grew up in a generation where you had a PlayStation 2 and Madden 2004, and you were lucky enough to have the Falcons playing against a friend, it wasn't fair because Michael Vick had 97 speed and just 99 stamina. Whip around. It was like Bo Jackson Techno Bowl. It was stupid. Love every bit of it. But what do you think?
I'm gonna go Kurt Warner. Greatest show on turf.
You loved that
Just-
movie, didn't you?
They make-
They made a Kurt Warner movie. Like,
I haven't watched it.
yeah,
no,
they had a Zachary Levi bag groceries. It was awesome.
I just
I'm pretty sure
think
it's Zachary Levi.
MVP. You know, some did they win a Super Bowl? I think. Just
I believe they at least. I know they made an appearance. I don't know if they
Yeah.
won. I'm pretty sure they won. They wouldn't have made a movie if they didn't win. Come on.
Well, the great show. It was just that offense.
Yeah, we're gonna call it that. Is it? That's Marshall Falk.
Marshall Falk
Yeah.
Yeah.
was
Torrey Holt.
second in MVP one year to Kurt Warner.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the top two. Yeah, Torrey Holt.
Mhm. That three stack is crazy.
Yeah, they definitely had another wide receiver who was a beast.
Isaac Bruce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
I thought
Isaac
he was
Bruce.
before.
He might have been before. Guys, you gotta realize we're talking about football when we were 2. Okay, come on, that's not crazy.
But Vic is definitely a goat.
Vic, yeah, he is not a dog. He's a goat.
Mm.
Because if he's a dog, he'd beat himself. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All
Bruce.
right, Danny Green
Okay.
or Giancarlo Stanton.
Danny Green.
Yeah,
Danny Green.
Yeah.
2 times, right? 2 time,
3 times.
3-time NBA champ. One of the best 3-and-D guards for of the 2010s. Strictly, he could play 6-man. He was the most all-around. Did not care where he was as long as they were winning.
One of the most underrated glue guys.
Yes.
for
Him
sure.
and Patty Mills made that Spurs
He was
team.
the perfect role player.
Yeah.
He was the perfect 3-and-D guy for a championship team.
Yeah.
That's what you needed. And that Spurs team with all the star power with Tony, Manu, Kawhi, Timmy, having that glue guy and him and Tiago made that team what it was.
And I wonder if the record still stands, but in that finals, he had the most threes in a final series in NBA history.
I
At
figured
that moment, at least.
Yeah, Steph's probably past that, or some no-name 6-man from the 2022 season did it. Hey, that's another conversation of the NBA changing in the last 10 years.
For sure.
I haven't sat down and watched an NBA game since the Bucks won the chip. That's it.
We were about to tonight, buddy.
Oh yeah. Currently the Cavs and the Thunder play. It is a Thursday night, so the reactions will be posted in the comments because I'm going to edit this tomorrow morning. But what do you got? You did. Danny Green.
Yeah, Danny Green.
Yeah, cool. Danny Green. What do you got?
That's about it. I mean, Danny Green, perfect 3-and-D player, the championships.
Lost my hat.
That's about it.
Found my hat. My hat back. My hat now. Totally my hat.
I don't have another one, so let's just go to the next segment.
Next segment. All right, now we're going to do the final segment of the episode, and it's going to be Who's on My Head? We'll start off with Brody. We have all chosen. Me and him have a character for him. Me and him have a character for him, and they have a character for me. It's going to be above our heads. You'll get it eventually. Okay? Cool. What's your first question?
All right. Did he play in the NBA?
No.
Cool.
Alright.
Is my character white?
No.
No.
Okay. The way that you said that means he is dark. You're like, no. Like, he is from African descent. Like, is the way you had that. All right.
Does my character play football?
No.
Okay.
You're right.
Is my character black?
No.
Yes.
No.
Wait.
The char-
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Wrong person.
So he is.
He's white.
Okay.
Okay.
I was thinking a different
Okay.
player with the same.
That is my character in the NFL.
He played in the NFL. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's retired from the NFL.
Yeah, he played in the NFL.
He was in the NFL.
Cool. Trace McSorley. You got it. All right.
Alright.
What do you got? Go.
Is my character still playing in the NBA?
Yes.
Okay.
Is my player? Does he play baseball?
He did not.
Ooh.
Yeah. He did not.
He did not play baseball.
Was my character a skill position? Running back, quarterback, wide receiver, cornerback.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Is my character in the Western Conference?
No.
No.
Okay.
Did my character play in the NFL?
He does.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Is my character on offense? Did play on offense.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a skill player. So yes.
Well, I said corners and safeties to,
Okay.
there are, it takes skill. It doesn't take skill.
Okay.
Has my character won a ring?
No.
Yes. Yes. Yes, he did.
When?
Yes, he did. Just
Oh,
it's a
yes, he
yes.
did.
It's a
Yes, he
It's
did.
a
Yes, he did. Yeah. Sorry.
We're good.
I know. I'm mixing people up between everything.
It's
and
definitely
my
hard
own-
to
yeah.
miss.
Yeah. It's an easy one. We're good. So, you're up.
Yep. Is my character a quarterback?
No. Is my character a running back?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. We got a black running back, guys. Come on!
All right.
Frank Gore. Get it going.
Eastern Conference ring. Is my character above the age of 32?
No.
Okay.
Is my character a defensive player?
No.
No.
Did my character play for the NFC North at any point?
No. Is that
That
the
is.
one?
Yeah.
So the Lions.
Yeah.
Vikings. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Trying to think. Is my character above the age of 25?
fact check that.
I believe so.
He's around that.
Like 24 to 26 is my genuine guess.
Okay.
I just, I don't.
Yeah, he might be. I'm not for sure. He might be 25.
I love how you said you went to me and said fact check that. Well, my phone is right there. I know we have a computer here. It's almost dead. All right. I hate to ruin the ruse for you.
And my phone's almost dead.
Yeah, we're struggling here, guys. All right. What about you?
All right. Is he an offensive player?
He is. That's actually a decent question because we could have picked like Justin Tucker, like,
Yeah.
So, when you picture my player, is he bald?
No.
No?
No, I don't. I don't. No, I don't think so.
Let's double check.
Maybe shorter hair, but he definitely had hair.
I'm talking like shaved head because my brain went to Adrian Peterson. So like,
Oh no.
Okay.
No. He has hair.
currently, fantastic.
Good for him.
Alright, has my player won a ring in the last 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I gotta get team, dude.
Is my player currently playing?
Yes.
Yes.
Current.
Is my player Carry-On Johnson?
Let's
Let's go! Come on! As soon as you said like no, because he had a big old head of hair. Let's go.
I couldn't remember if he was bald or had hair.
Nah, he had a big old afro.
Yeah, none of us really remember Carry-On Johnson because he was terrible.
Now, Carry-On Johnson's the light of my life. I hope one day we can have him on the pod and we can talk about everything. Hey, you never know, man. Someday he'll be
Carry-On,
back.
if you're watching.
We love you.
He might need
Adam loves you.
Adam loves you.
I don't care about you.
He can.
You just go with your guess first.
Alright, did my character ever play for the Bucks?
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so current player, is he in the AFC?
Yes. Yeah.
I know
Right?
you're really bad at the conference.
I'm awful with the conferences, and I'm almost positive. Yes. Look it up.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. What do you got? I'm just ecstatic I got Carry-On Johnson that fast. I'm
That
feeling
was a
good.
crazy pull.
Appreciate that.
Even though you love Carry-On,
I do love Carry-On Johnson.
that was.
I'm trying to guess teams, dude. I don't know any other teams. Did my character play for... Is my character black?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Admin
Alright.
mixed. Because
He's black.
okay, but I just the reason is because like my brain goes to like
Oh yeah, I guess he is, but
Yeah.
he's.
Oh, wait, I think I got it.
he thinks he's got it.
All right, AFC non-quarterback
White guy.
offense.
Yes.
Is he a wide receiver?
He is not.
Okay.
Is my character play for the Knicks?
No.
That was Divisional. I don't even know where he plays anymore. Is it the Knicks?
No, he plays for the
Who?
Timberwolves now.
Divisional.
Yeah, I got Timberwolves. Is my character in the AFC East?
Yes. Almost positive. No. Yes.
That's your division, Brayson.
No.
Okay.
West, right? Oh, sorry. I don't know.
That's fine. You
Is
I appreciate that.
Did my character win his ring on a Western Conference team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good question. Admin, I'm surprised you haven't went through positions.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Just because we're going like, is he a quarterback? Is he?
Is my player known as one of the best of his position?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't super confident.
Well,
Okay.
Not like-
3 years ago,
not-
yes.
Not like the best.
Right, okay.
You could say he's the best.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
This
his
fan,
career, like.
this fan base would say that he's the best.
Okay.
Is my character a shooting guard?
Yeah, he kind of point guard, shooting guard,
Yeah.
hybrid. Yeah, but
He plays where he's needed.
Okay.
I do want to point out that we all know these players like really well. Like there's no I would never have guessed that guy. Like we know these players to a degree. Obviously, they
is
pick.
my player on the offensive line?
He is.
Oh, I hate you guys.
Well, you know this
So
guy.
much.
You know
Okay,
this guy.
okay,
We
okay.
didn't pick like
All right.
Kobe Turner, the D tackle for the Rams.
Did my character win his ring on the Warriors?
Yes.
He did.
Okay.
Nice pull. I think Brayson's got his. One of the two.
I don't know if I do or not.
And I will just say, Adam led me astray with the West. He's in the South. I'm going to go with a guess here. Is it Quentin Nelson?
It is
Yeah.
Quentin Nelson.
Ha!
There you go.
He's actually had a really good
Dude.
year again this year.
Yeah,
Whenever
he had
he-
an off year last year.
Whenever
Yeah, he
he
did.
first whispered in my ear, I thought he said Quentin Johnson. So whenever he said, "Oh, he's white," and I was like, "No, dude, he's black." So I was
But
like-
he could not
Yeah.
be farther apart.
Nah, they're on the opposite spectrums.
I was
Weight,
thinking of
skin
Quentin
tone,
Johnson,
like-
and then you were like, "Do you know where he goes to college?" I was like, "Yeah," and I have no idea where Quentin Nelson went to college.
Where was it?
I don't know. No, I know Quentin Johnson went to TCU, but I don't know where Quentin Nelson
In
went.
college, because he was a first round pick.
I feel like he was like Notre Dame,
Yeah,
but I feel like
like a
that's
Wisconsin or
not. I feel like that's not.
Dude, every white guy is from Iowa, Wisconsin, and Notre Dame.
He's a corn-fed.
He is
boy,
a
for
corn
sure.
fed, yeah.
All right.
One of them
Oh, yeah.
Baskerville types.
All right, who was mine?
No, you get one last guess.
Yeah, you.
I can't even think, dude.
Come on. A point guard, shooting guard from the Warriors.
But he's not in the West anymore.
Won a championship in the last 5 years.
So
No
he got
longer on the
traded.
Warriors.
Klay Thompson.
No.
I'm still in the West.
He's still in the West. I didn't know that.
I don't know.
It was Jordan Poole.
It's Jordan
Jordan
Poole.
Poole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I
Yeah.
said off camera, I was like, this dude is wet. His last name is literally Poole.
Well, because if it was Clay, he's definitely a shooting guard.
Yeah,
But
and-
Poole is kind of more like point guard now, but with the Warriors, he is really just a hybrid. Just
And also,
to
I
take
was
the ball
thinking,
up.
I couldn't think of like somebody that won a ring that you guys were like, did he win a ring or not? Because obviously, you guys wouldn't know if Clay won a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to think about it because I know that he got traded in the last 3 years, and I know they just got a championship recently. So, either way, that was a fun game. Probably going to bring that game back. Heck yeah, round of applause. Ooh.
Alright.
Jared Goff. Anyway,
Let's
Go
go
Commanders!
Bills. Let's go
Go
Bills.
Lions.
Let's go Lions. Let's go Browns in the draft.
Yep. Come
Cam-
on, let's
Cam
trade
Ward.
back and get some assets. No, we don't
Cam
want
Ward.
Cam Ward. No Cam Ward.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah, Abdul Carter. That's what we want.
You're
I
not
want
getting-
Jack Sawyer with the 32nd pick. Thank you kindly. Either way,
Dog. He's a dog.
thank you for watching Sports for Dorks. My name's Adam.
I'm Brody.
And I'm Brayson.
Have a good night, San Diego.